All right, so I'm back here at this deck job. We were on vacation for 2 weeks and the customer was on vacation for 2 weeks. And so now I'm back and we're just gonna wrap up these stairs today. Just gonna be doing the railing and then putting the vinyl siding back on, and the rest of the deck is done. So once I get everything done, I'll do a little walkthrough and show you everything now that it's completed. All right, so as you can see, I've got the railing on here. I routed a nice little edge on it to match everything else that's routed on the deck up there. I'm also going to route that into these posts because their posts have that as well. So yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm basically just matching what's here. This spot is a little weird. I'm probably going to run a sander. I might run that router bit right on here. I'm not 100% sure exactly what I'm going to do here. I might just sand that, ease it over, because their corners are just squared off. So probably just leave it as it is. I don't know. It's weird, you know. And then like the gate doesn't have anything on the edge, so. And also once the gate's closed, you don't see that. You know, most of the time you're going to open the gate, walk through, and close the gate again. So I think leaving it like that is fine and just sanding it. So now that I've just talked that out loud, that's probably what I'll do. So to set this in place, basically I just lined it up there for the top one. And then for the bottom one, you can see here I just lined up the bottom with the bottom of that. And I've got one baluster cut here. You can see at the top it's got the 30-degree angle to match. And then at the bottom it has a 30-degree angle going the other direction to match this, which has a 30-degree angle. So see the bottoms like that. So that'll work like that. It goes right to the bottom edge there, and they will just all work their way down. Now to figure out where this goes, they did a 3.5-inch space between all these. So the ends are what they are. All the way around the deck, they focused on the spacing of the balusters being the same and didn't worry about where the ends were. So we're gonna do the same thing here. I've already done the math and figured it all out. And basically, I'm coming off center and putting a center one in, and then going to do 3.5-inch, just use a 2x4 and block them and go the whole way across. So this one is screwed in, it's perfectly plumb. So that is all good. And it worked out to be 15 balusters, and there's like a 2-inch space at the end. If I did 14 balusters, the space was over 3.5 inches, so it's too big. So you just gotta do your math and figure that all out. It's pretty easy. If you don't know how to do math like that, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to talk about it more. So just let me know. Yeah, the balusters, I got them on. So I just started in the middle with the center baluster. So I measured off from each side, got the center, installed that one, plumbed it, and then worked off with little chunks of 2x4 and using the 2-foot level as well as measuring to the post to keep them level. This post is level. That one is a little bit out of level or out of plumb. So these actually sneak a little bit, but you can't see it. Well, you're not going to be able to tell on the camera anyway because it's kind of a fisheye lens, but they kind of like tip a little bit as you go up there, so they look straight with the post even though the post is out of plumb. So now the last thing to do is wrap up the siding, and basically it's just putting the siding back on. This was that treated ledger board that stuck out that I wrapped in metal, and then I screwed a little piece of decking here, so this is going to get J channel running right like that. The new flashing that I installed goes up behind the foam board here, so I put a little piece of tape because it didn't quite cover right here. I mean, water really shouldn't get behind this in theory anyway, but it's just an extra layer of protection to help it get out if it does get back there. I mean, how's it going to get in there? In this joint and travel in a little bit maybe, but realistically water shouldn't be behind the siding. So now I just got to put on the siding and we're done. All right, so I'm all wrapped up here. Let me show you everything. Let's start with this last little thing under here. So I put these deck tension ties on. There's 4 of them, and they help connect the floor joists to the bottom plate, the wall that's on top, sits on top of the foundation. So basically, if there's a hurricane or something, I don't know, whatever, the deck won't get ripped off of the house. It'll take the house with it or something. I don't know. So here's that finished railing. Looks pretty good. And of course, the finished corner of the trim there looks pretty good. And you can see how I picture frame the outside. And it's, let's see if you can get a good angle here. So picture framed, and then it looks like those deck boards all run straight off it. And then these ones all butt right into it. And the other corner here, you can see all my blocking underneath. And we've got hurricane ties that we added on all the way along. And then my finished stairs here, and you can see I routed in that detail that's on the railings. Oop, a little piece sticking off. And routed that up there. And this part I did run my orbital sander around it to ease that edge. And when the gate's closed, lines right up. I got my siding back on all the way. I get the siding back on all the way. And of course, there is the finished deck with all of the screws have been installed as well. Stuff's pretty nice. Feels really solid. 16 on center, and there's no, it's not like a whole lot of bounce where you're stepping, so that's good. And so this is what I was talking about in video number 1, where this picture frame runs and then the first deck board runs right up to the beam, so you don't have to notch anything. And same thing along this edge. You just run the picture frame right there and then die those into it. Now, I didn't route these because the top layer of this is really thin. So if I routed it, you'd see the inside, which is lighter color. You might be able to see it inside the screw there. It's like a light brown color. So like on traditional pressure treated decking, I route all the ends of all these boards. And I just twisted my ankle coming down the stairs, or I just twisted my ankle right there on the stupid hill. So, all right, so that is it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified when I release new videos. And leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you like my work or you want to bash it, let me know. If you want to help support this channel, you can join my Patreon fan club. There's a link down in the description. Check out all my links down in the description while you're at it. And that's it. I'll see you on the next video.